I'm audible, right? Mm, yes, I think. Mm, think I'm audible. Yes, yes. So let's to go today, like working on my website. Right. PythonMeetDev suspended, but what I can do? Render dashboard. I have implemented my code, where I can get the code. Yes, get the code from here. Authentication. क्या कोड था वो? Render 369. Okay, recent. Why I'm using recent ones? $5. $5 is too much. Hmm. Okay, let me suspend this account once. Why I should pay for $5? Unbilled 0. Unpaid $5 unpaid. July. Okay. I'll pay that. But I need to check whether my website design. I have to use this design. Let's remove it. I create a template. 3 guest passes. Send a friend to free week of Claude. If they subscribe, you will get $10 of usage credits. Okay, leave it. So choose a template. Mobile app design, slides, document, wireframes, animation, UI mockups, resume, research, curl plus type pairing, diagram. I don't know what to choose. I want to I want to make something new, you know. Maybe UI. Think this is the new things. Designs. Okay, first of all, I want to make wireframes. I don't think so. I need to make it. UI mockups. Let's go. Let's choose this. Make UI mockups for this. Okay, scrambling. Ask user. I think I should use this. Right. I need to use this. I should use mm, this one. Okay, I think I look a little bit more out of frame, virtual background, not eye contact, virtual key light, out of frame. Okay, virtual key light is good. Yes, that's good. Okay, it is designing my PythonMeetDev. Okay, so if I go to my website, okay, it is not ranking right now, so I need to rank it and I need to write some more things on it, basically. The recent invoices, I don't think so. It should be paying this. I'll think about it. Let's see. Okay, this is my repo and where it is. Okay, this is my repo and I have Claude Design first. Okay, this is the design. This is the design I have finalized. It will contain uh, mockups of my website. I don't know how a website works, but yes, let me choose repo, not choose a repo, link local. Me at this interest, coding Python meta, select folder, add this, and I don't have skills available for UI. Checking the design for issues. Okay, let's see. Articles. What is this? Topics. Okay, topics don't work. This is about me. Search, subscribe. It looks good. So this is this all articles. Okay, good. Now full screen. Full screen. How it will look? Nice. It. Good. That's good. Okay, let's finalize it. We will check it afterwards. This is my home page. It will look like this. Ah, so okay, design is good, pretty good. Understood what I wanted. UI mockup is good. Now I want the home a little bit more 3D like, you know. Mm, Make okay. let's create it first. Then after we will get it out. Let's create the web page. Okay. Now I have connected to my local repo. So now create HTML CSS for me for this. Yeah, nice. Uh, I will not use design much. Mm, Instead, I will use anti-gravity to understand what the code really talks about. Okay, create a project, that folder, this, interest, coding, PythonMeetDev, select folder. Okay, create. Okay, start first compensation. Okay. Eh, mm, So is it creating anything or what? Uh, okay, I don't need it. Let it go as it is. Let's see. I need to keep this like this so that I can understand what's happening in the code and also is it creating? Okay, good. GitHub access to this. Let me explore. The repo appears empty. Could you push your code to the this branch or check out this? Once either is available, I will build a. I have done that. You just okay. Don't do anything. Right. Mm, no, I did. Can I download this? Mockups. Okay. Mockups. I have this. Okay. Add files. Files here. New sketch now. Can I remove it? No, I can't. Right. Okay. Create the HTML. I have done it. Now create the HTML CSS. Okay, you create it from here. I'll tell anti-gravity to understand what to do right now. I have 4.6. 4.6 is good, better. Okay, models, models. My God, so much models. I have. Is it creating or what? I don't have any files. Sometimes this is frustrating. Mm, only DC will be great. DC will be good. What is interactive? But what is DC? Interactive DC review a few different concepts depending on the context. Most commonly in online physics simulation, the direct current circuits in UI, bro. Interactive elements. Device context, a fundamental graphic data structure in order draw elements or interactive distance cartogram, a specialized data visualization map that morphos geological sizes based on travel times. However, if you are referring to interactive design paired to the UI, it defines the behavioral layer, how a user input triggers a system reaction. Okay, let's quickly understand in easy terms. Okay, interactive design means there will be some uh, components. Okay, here are the components, how they are connected to each other. So those information I believe is present over here. Let me go to images. Interactive design era. Human computer interaction, user design, and user experience. Okay, everything in one go. Okay, don't create code, create the DC. DC will be the best. Only DC. Let's see. I don't know what is DC, but let's see. Oh, this interaction is the DC. Okay, do one thing. Put the DC in the folder. Can you do that? I can't write files into your local system folder. Only copy files from it into the project. Not the only way around. I can put the DC into a Python mid folder inside the project instead. Want that? Yeah, bro. Are you mad or what? You're asking me some stupid questions. देखते क्या डालता है ये. God knows what he'll keep. कहाँ है? Know where it kept. What is the path you kept? I think I don't have mouse battery. Ah, eh, okay. Do one thing. Create HTML and CSS and JS files for the mockups. I don't know how to take this, but okay, let's see. ये कौन सा फोल्डर है भाई? Okay, let it. Don't do anything. इधर कुछ मिला मेरे को। ऑल फाइल्स, ये वाला डाउनलोड मारता हूँ। डाउनलोड, डाउनलोड्स पे रखता हूँ और इसको मीडिया बोलता हूँ और डाउनलोड्स। ओके, can't do that. To open this and this and download. Keep this. Can't. Okay. Then extract all. Then this. Okay. This. No. Extract all. In there. ये भी नहीं डाल सकते। Yeah. Let me show you downloads. UI mockups. Okay, I can't. Okay, let's give to Cloud Code. Better to create the code for it. Okay. Files folder, UI mockups. Okay, now wait, for this I need the coding environment. Coding environment कहाँ है बे? Oh, no. Okay, create HTML and CSS and JS code for it and use the front end skills to create it. Nice, ठीक है, बराबर, to understand the code basically. Bro, go to auto mode. लगे दो. Zip file. This anti-gravity, why they are not adding this thing? साला तेरे करने के पीछे कोई तेरा अपना होगा, ये बहन का लौड़ा सेटिंग में भी फोल्डर, ये फोल्डर बहुत सारे फोल्डर्स है. So, let's see what it will create. स्किल्स तो है ना मेरे पास, प्लगइन्स, डिजाइन्स, फ्रंट एंड डिजाइन, ये रहा फ्रंट एंड डिजाइन, इंजीनियरिंग, सिस्टम डिजाइन, इंसिडेंट रिस्पॉन्स. I have such good kind of plugins, SOX testing, deploy checklist, stand-ups, system design, depth, productive, operations. I'm not from there. Jar, customer support, start, Adobe. Okay, this front end design, ये वाला. हाँ वही यूज़ कर रहा है ये। ओके मेरे पास एक प्लगइन है उसका फ्रंट एंड डिज़ाइन का, इसीलिए मैं भी सोच रहा था दैट मैनेज प्लगइन, गुड काइंड ऑफ plugins I may have. Add marketplace, life science, financial services, legal, cloud tech, plugins, healthcare. Bro, not needed. Connectors, taking time. Developer. ओ किधर सब मेटाडेटा लिखा रहता है। ओ माय गॉड डैम, नाइस। ठीक है, राइट। क्या होता है? Subscription required. Oh my gosh, Notepad also has subscription. For real, bro. For real. Notepad also have a subscription. For real, bro. Now the data layer, the mockup finance files with okay. Token style. Data layer, the mockup 9 post with the real. Okay, let's see. Claude. Okay. CSS में यूरी का बाहर लिखना भाई. Okay, work trees. Okay. आई थिंक वर्क ट्रीज जो है वो अपने लिए लिख रहा है, बट इट विल नॉट यूज दैट टू क्रिएट द मॉकअप्स मे बी. लेट्स सी व्हाट इट विल क्रिएट since the mockup only has placeholder pros. Do you know what is pros? Pros इंटरेक्टिव क्या था? डीसी का मतलब क्या था? इंटरेक्टिव डिवाइस, डिवाइस सॉरी डिस्टेंस कार्टोग्राफ डिस what is used to create. Charting library that works natively with cross filter, allowing coordinates with cross link data filtering. And I think Figma or some other things is used to. It's a concept, I believe. Mm. Raw data set, map function, reduce function, process data visualization. Ah, got it, got it. How to, how can I make that? ये इतना लेट क्यों कर रहा है कोड बनाने में? The design is okay. How to shard a progress database without this. Okay, मतलब वो खुद से बॉडी लिख रहा है कुछ नया प्रोटोटाइपिंग के लिए. Okay. I believe better to finalize this design. मेरे कोड को याद रखे लेकिन why you are creating inside Claude work trees? Yeah, understand. Why Claude creating in work trees in Claude code rather than in my current folder? What difference it makes? Okay, ऐसे क्यों है? I don't know. Claude Code defaults to creating Git work trees typically stored in this to act as a isolated sandboxes for each task. Isolated instead of editing your active file directly, it essentially runs a second. Okay. Normally, a Git repository only have one active work directory, the folder you are currently sitting in. If you want to switch branches, your files on disk are swapped out beneath you. A Git work tree allows a single repository to have a multiple working directories at the same time. Okay, multiple working directories at the same time I can make. I think it is the same as stashing or what. उसको भी कहीं भी सेव करके हम लोग बाद में यूज कर सकते हैं, right? Each on its own branch, but all start at the exact same underlying Git history. Git history सबका same होगा. The difference it takes multiple agents at the same time. One session can build a new feature in one work tree or another. Second work tree always zero file conflicts कम होता है. मतलब multiple work trees we can create to change. When Claude finishes starts the work sits on a branch in the isolated folder. You have a few options on how to handle it. Just directly change directories into work tree and run your app to view the changes before going elsewhere. Merge it if you're happy with the work. You can merge the work tree branch into your main branch. Run git work tree remove to delete the folder and branch entirely if your code isn't what you wanted. To see a practical walkthrough, setting up and managing concurrent agent session using the isolated. Okay.
In this video, I'm going to cover one of my favorite ways to optimize my day-to-day coding workflow, and that's by using Git work trees with Claude. So typically, if you're working with Claude, you'll open a session, give it a task, review it, and continue to iterate until that task is completed. But what are you doing when your LLM is actively thinking and working? Sometimes it can feel like you're just twiddling your thumbs waiting for something else to do. But if you look at your backlog, chances are there's several tasks that aren't actually dependent on one another. So there's no reason that one task has to finish before you start the next. But if you open two terminals and you run Claude code in both, you do get to work on both tasks, but you'll quickly realize that just makes a mess. When two agents are in the same working directory, they read and write to the same files. So as each agent is working, the code is changing right in front of them, and they have no idea why or how, and all of a sudden everything just breaks. So what's actually the solution here? Well, it's not a change in Claude Code or any other LLM that you're working with, but it's a change in how you're using GitHub. A Git repository has two things: the object store, which has all your commits, all your history, all your branches, and then the working tree, which are the files that you actually see on disk when you open your editor, meaning the files that are on your machine. Normally these are coupled. One repo, one working tree. You check out a branch, your file on disk when you open your editor, meaning the files that are on your machine. Normally these are coupled. One repo, one working tree.
एक repo का एक ही working tree होता है. Okay.
You check out a branch, your files change to match that branch, and you can only be on one branch at a time in one directory on your computer. But Git directories are how you decouple them. So you still have one object store. So you have one repo, one Git directory, one history, but now you have multiple working trees. And each working tree is a separate directory on your computer, checked out to a different branch. So it's completely independent at the file level. And changes in one working tree do not affect any other. You can think of it this way. Your main repo is the source of truth, and a work tree is like a satellite. It's a separate checkout of the same repo on a different branch in a different folder. So they share the same history and they share the same remotes, but they don't share files on your computer storage. So as each agent builds out its own feature that it's tasked with, it's not affecting any other. Now let's walk through how to actually do this in practice. So first we're going to use the Git CLI to create and manage work trees. So navigate into a directory that has an active Git repo with this repository.
Git work tree list.
Currently in my AI agent project, and we're just going to type in git worktree list. And this is going to list out all of the work trees that you have associated with this repository. Now you can see I already have some work trees connected here. This is because it's my current project at work. So by the end of this video, you'll actually get a sneak peek into what my screen looks like when I'm deep into building a real project. But if you're following along, you won't have any work trees here. It'll just return main. So let's make your first one. It returns every work tree that's connected to my current repository. And then here you can see each of these are the branches that are associated with each work tree. So you can see here, as we talked about earlier, each work tree does have its own directory on your local machine, because as it's building out a feature, it's going to be able to update those local files for the specific branch and not interact with other agents that are working in different directories. So now if I type in git status, sorry, not git status, if I type in git branch, you're going to see all of the branches that are currently associated with the repository that I have. So everything that's teal is actually a branch that is open, but in a different directory with a different work tree. And here in this directory, I have main open as my branch. And then these white branches are branches that I have locally, but I don't have them open anywhere in a work tree. Now you can probably see a theme here with naming. I like to have all of my working directories start with the name of the project. So then when I type ls into my machine, all that I want to remember the commit that work, and then merge it to either your staging branch or your main branch or whatever workflow you have set up. Now, that's just how I like to name things. Obviously, you can name this however you want. This is just a method that I found was really helpful. Now that we've gone over that, it's time to actually create your first work tree. So in your directory, you're going to type in git worktree add. Now we're going to go back one directory because you want to get out of this project. So now you have a whole nother folder that's being created, just back one directory so they don't overlap. So I'll name it AI agent. And for this work tree, we're just going to implement a new endpoint. So I'll make it endpoint. And now we're going to create a new branch. So if I do -b and I'll do new endpoint. And then I'm going to specify what branch I want to create this branch off of. So I currently work with and staging, and I'm updating staging right now. So I'm just going to make this. So I'm just going to make this branch off of my staging branch. So we'll do origin-staging. If you're currently working with just a main branch, you can do origin/main. And Now you can see it's preparing the work tree, it created a new branch, and it's set to track against my staging branch. And the head is now at the last commit that I had to my staging branch. So now we can type again, get status. Sorry, not get status, I keep doing that. We're gonna type in get branch, and here you can see I have a new branch created. So this is my new endpoint, and it's teal because it's connected to a new work tree that I just created. So if I type in get work tree list, we should be able to see this new work tree as part of the list. And you can see it here, the AI agent endpoint. Now let's walk through an example of actually using these work trees in practice so you can get a feel of what an optimized workflow will look like and how through to it's going to show me all of are conveniently located in one spot. So now let's CD into the dashboard feature, and that's going to be Claude. Either way, you're already this all out because that's the next feature over in a second. And we're going to split screen this so we can keep tabs on what's going on both sides here. So you're always reading what Codex or Claude or whoever is.
नहीं समझ आ रहा मैं आपको वही चीज आसान इंग्लिश में समझाता हूँ जैसे साथ ही अपने लोकल डेव सर्वर चला रहे हैं Got it. और मैं गलती क्या किया पता है मैं गलती से ये ब्रांच कर ये भाई ब्रांच लिख के दिए Shit. fallback. Okay. Okay, what it says. Nav newsletter folder search palette. Okay. Every design token, the mockup report, case layout, component responsives. 9.4. Okay. One thing worth flagging: the mockup imported a design system bundle that wasn't in the zip. No colors, no type, no components. I reconstructed all of it, anchored on the two values of mockup, hard coded in like the nav surface from the to spin the converts कर सकता हो क्या एक मिनट if I can't do it ठीक है डॉट लोड तो जाएगा भी नहीं beyond straight conversation three gaps in the mockup I felt rather than ship broken. The search button had nothing behind it. It only now opens a real filter. Is it? 3 a.m. Nice. It only opens a real filter over excerpts. What is excerpts, man? You understand what is excerpts? Excerpt is a short extract or piece taken directly from a large body of work, such as book, article, film, blah, blah, blah. Nothing as a sample clip or snippet of something much bigger. How it is used as a noun? ओके मतलब लार्ज बॉडी से तुम क्या क्या समझे वो उसका एक पीस मतलब उसका समरी बोल सकते हो एक्सेप्ट हो सकता है एक्सेप्ट ठीक है ऑनलाइन पोस्ट ऐड वन ब्लॉग को प्लेस होल्डर प्रोस okay each has a real body is the only one file to edit the writing topics go and typescript matches zero posts so filtering them hit a blank page that's an empty state like or save versus to local storage like or save like save share okay ठीक है wait ओके काम नहीं कर रहा है कोई नहीं भाई okay, local storage पे share uses the web share API with a clipboard fallback backend नहीं है all 5 routers plus unknown slug and unknown topic fallback nav active states palette search keys keyboard empty state reaction surviving a re-render newsletter and layout okay the browser pane isn't displaying so visual checks were done through computer styles and DOM inspector rather than an I. I don't know what it is saying, but okay, nice. About me, topics, newsletter, archive, RSS. I don't have engineers who like to know how it actually works. Okay, let will tell him, this guy, to take this as base and create a logo for Python meet def. This logo will be, I'll be using this logo. क्या बना दिया अभी? Uh, I don't send anything. Let me first check whether इसके अंदर क्या है. लोगो लोगो दिखा. ये क्या है? लोगो मार्क. What is logo mark and logo? Created two logos, a set, a full work word and a square icon using the design system embedded accent. Okay, इसको ले जाता हूँ डाउनलोड. तो इधर ले जाता हूँ, इधर इंटरेस्ट कोडिंग this देता हूँ. ये इधर रख देता हूँ. देता हूँ. बाद में देखा जाएगा इसको कहाँ यूज करना है. Okay, let's understand the code a little. कोड समझना पड़ेगा भाई. Okay. Keep only Python meetup. Okay. Select. थोड़ा इसको ना देखते क्या बनाती है. ये पीएम अच्छा लग रहा है. अच्छा लग रहा है. अच्छा लग रहा है. रख देते हैं. Mark only the mark. Then with सिर्फ वर्डिंग भी रखना है. also keep only the wording PythonMeetDev. logo.svg में होगा. ये सही. Road को वर्ड मार देता हूँ. ठीक है, बस क्लाउड डिजाइन खत्म. और डिजाइनिंग पे नहीं जाएंगे अभी. हो गया इसका काम खत्म. कोड पे जाएंगे. इसको थोड़ा छोटे मॉडल पे करता हूँ. ज़्यादा सोच मत भाई. क्रेजी. सब्सक्राइब नहीं चाहिए बिलीव. Okay, now let's understand the code. तो एक बात बता. एक बात बता, ये खत्म हो गया. इसको मैं ये नहीं करना चाहता. I want to understand the code a little bit. तो ठीक है, इसको बोलते हैं that to. ओके, इसको बंद करोगे. एंटी ग्रेविटी ऐसे ये ऐड कर सकते हैं. एंटी ग्रेविटी यूज कौन कर रहा है? Okay, it is not given by Google then. Okay, if it is given by Google I'll use it, else I'll not. आपका भरोसा नहीं है आजकल. Leave it. So you can analyze the work tree, right? चला. पर डिलीट करने के लिए भी कुछ दे दिया. हाँ, List directory to see the project structure. प्लस क्यों नहीं हो रहा है? इधर आईडी भी है. What? एंटी ग्रेविटी का ये भी आता है? Crazy. तीन बार, एक दो तीन चार बार खुल गया. चलो लॉगिन हो जाओ. टास्क में रख के छोड़ दो इसको. और इसको मुझे सीखना है, राइट? um, ये तो ये है, ये नहीं, ये वाला. Don't remove, read the work tree. Yes, I can analyze the work tree. I have tools to list directories to see the project structure, view files to read, config, search for patterns, and skip status. Want me to look at tree? Open. ये वो छोड़. ब्रांच पढ़ रहा है, हेड पढ़ रहा है. एक मिनट, मुझे अलाउ एडिट करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है बे. ओके. अकाउंट एक्सपीरियंस नहीं, रिक्वेस्ट रिव्यू नहीं. लेट्स प्रोसीड. एक्टिवेशन रूल्स. अल्लाह. Okay. What was removed? ये Django project. सब तो रिमूव कर दिया मैं. अबे तो वर्क ट्री, करंट वर्क ट्री में क्या लिखा हुआ है? करंट वर्क ट्री में बहुत सारी चीजें लिखे हुए हैं, वो सब तो पढ़. Newsletter section footer, search palette, design tokens. पता नहीं tokens के दिया है. Full responsive CSS 19 sections from list. 9 full blog list with pre-tokenized code blocks, topics, nav configs. Stateless UI component. Okay. Hash router. 4 views. Search palette reactions newsletter. Okay. Documentation. Okay. मैं बहुत नया हूँ इधर तो मुझे मैं हूँ यूआई पे so make me understand how UI HTML CSS and JS internally works and why these are only used, why not others. बात तो सही है. Why we are using HTML CSS, like HTML structure CSS ये JS and interaction के लिए, but why we are using it, you know, is there any other thing in the market that we can use it? वही जानना था मेरे को. Since you are in YouTube, let me create the explanation using examples from your own project to make it click. Okay, कितना थिंक कर रहे हैं? तब तक मैं क्रिएटिव क्लाउड से ना ऑडिशन मीडिया ये और फोटोशॉप ये रहने दो. फोटोशॉप उड़ा देता हूँ. नहीं चाहिए भाई. जब मैं यूज़ ही नहीं कर रहा, मैं यूज़ करके करूँ क्या? खामा खा ये मेरा बहुत सारी चीज़ें खा रहा है. अनइंस्टॉल. हाँ, इंस्टॉल प्रीमियर रहने दो. ऑडिशन जब चाहिए जब डाउनलोड कर लूँगा. मीडिया एनकोडर नहीं चाहिए ये भी. अपडेट अवेलेबल. इसको इसको अपडेट करो बैठ के. बैकएंड में करते रहो तब तक मैं इसको देखता हूँ. ठीक है. The three languages simply what things are headings, paragraphs, buttons, links. ठीक है. How things look, what things are paragraphs, how things look, how thing behave, कैसे behave करता है. Click handles, navigation, dynamic content. Okay. Why only these three? Not because they are the best, but because every browser on every device on earth agrees to understand only these three things. It's like roads, not the best surface, but the whole world builds on the agreement. Python, Rust, or TypeScript can't run directly in browser. They either compile to JavaScript or use web assembly. ओके ये सब डायरेक्ट रन नहीं करते. उनके लिए कम ऐसे चीज़ पे कंपाइल करना है ताकि ब्राउज़र समझ सके. Why this compile to JavaScript or use WebAssembly, which still needs JS to talk to the page? How your project uses them? ओवरव्यू दिया है in browser. Render engineer, its only job is to take some files, draw pixels on screen, let the user interact with those pixels. The browser only understands three languages. That's it. Complex website looks HTMLs. Think of it as building a house. From your project, the browser reads the estimate of root and builds a tree in memory called a document object model. Extra info about the tag. ओके सेम वाला यूज कर सकते हैं क्लास पेरेंट चाइल्ड रिलेशनशिप भी दिया हुआ है जो ब्राउजर समझ सकता है CSS works internally. HTML parse the DOM tree, renders the tree. CSS OM tree. CSS OM tree भी होता है. CSS object model renders these two. Layout, calculate position and sizes, draw pixels, find the screen. Okay. Yeah. No relation to Java. Bad meaning. From 1985. React to user input. Single thread, one task at a time. Async operations. Queuing them, processing them when the main thread is free. And how your project uses JS to make a multi-page site. Your site is single page application. There only one HTML file and JS swaps the content. User clicks, user catches the JS calls. how all these three works together. User opens index.html, browser parses HTML, builds DOM tree, parses token CSS, builds CSS DOM. I don't know. Render. Yes, that looks. Quick reference. What goes where when you are building UI? This is how to think about it. Text, colors, power, height. Ah, now ब्राउजर से अभी क्या क्या कर सकते हैं? camera mic. Gamepad, MIDI instrument also. Oh my gosh. 3D printer face login. Encrypted communication sandbox. 3D ग्राफिक्स भी करता है ओके local storage session storage indexdb cache API cookie कैमरा एंड माइक्रोफोन जीपीएस लोकेशन एक्सेलेरोमीटर ब्लूटूथ यूएसबी भी करता है crazy gamepad MIDI instruments crazy bro persisted two-way communication वो सर्वर से ब्राउजर में जो अपडेट्स भेजता है वो सर्वर्स एंड इवेंट्स के वजह से होता है project already uses local storage. Okay, IndexedDB. Google Docs stores your environment activity. Okay. Crazy, bro. Certificate also helps. एक एलिमेंट को पढ़ेंगे लेकिन बाद में हो गया मेरा माइंड वॉगलिंग हो गया मेरा. So let's keep it. My next tomorrow, I think I will go with the HTML CSS that I have made and how it will work right now. वो पढ़ना पड़ेगा मेरे को. ठीक है, रखता हूँ.